G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm so excited to be able to share this mold with you today. This is one of the new molds that I have designed. Can you guess what it is? It's a frog. But look, it's a huge frog. So I'm going to work on that today for the very first time. Now here's a little froggy that I did. This is the smaller frog mold. It's not my mold, but it's a smaller one. You can see the difference in size. So yeah, I'm very excited to be able to work on this mold for you today. So what I thought I would do is I want to put a flower sticker in the bottom. So this is from this little pack here. It's just flower stickers. Is what it's called. I think you can actually take those two apart, but I'm not going to because I'm going to stick it down in my resin. So I've chosen like a pinky purple one. There's some different colors there, so I'm going to use that. Now the eyes, it's got nice big eyes, so the eyes have it. I've got a 14mm here. The other eyes I've got are 8s. I'm probably thinking that a 12 might work a bit better. I'm going to have to order some 12s to try, but I've only got 14s, so I'm going to try the 14s today. And I was Googling frog eyes, as you do, and I think these are quite similar. So I'm gonna use these two. And I've put a little dot on the back just as to which side I want to have as the top. That's got like a lighter bit across on the top there, so that's going to be the tops of them, and I'm going to put those in now. So I'm going to do that. I'll talk to you about these later, but for now I just want to get the eyes in. I've got my UV lamp organized. I've got my Let's Resin UV resin organized, and so there's the dot at that's the dot. That's the top, so I want to put it in down ways so that when we lift it up, obviously the dot will be at the top. So we're putting, when it's resin in, we're putting the dot down. Okay? Oh, that sounds a bit confusing. Make sure it's clean. Let's do a dot there. I might need 2 dots. It's a big one. It's a bigger eye. Actually, I don't even know where my dot's gone now. I'm just going to put the eye in, and then I can move it around if I need to. Once it's in, I can just move it around. I'm sorry if you can't see. I just need to get it in there. Whoops. It's sliding out. Actually, maybe it might be easier if I do it like this. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. I'm just going to move that eye around with the little toothpick until I think it's in the right spot. Get my little dot on the bottom. Okay. Now I'm just going to cure that from the underneath first. Where's my button gone? Oh, there. I'm just going to cure the bottom first. I'll just leave it like that for a minute. Well, not even a minute. Just long enough so that it's... Oh, better put the lid on that. Don't want that curing. And put some isopropyl on my fingers because I've got a little bit of UV resin on my fingers. Alright, so that's good. Now what I'm going to do is I am just going to, hopefully it's in the right spot there. A bit hard to tell. I think it is. It actually wasn't. I had it, when I tilted it up like that, I had it in the eyelid. So I didn't realize that. So let's do it again. And I think what I'll do this time is I'll do it properly this time. I'll hold it where I want it. you can actually, what you can do, and I've done this before, and I'm only going to do it on the outside of my mold. What you can do is you can put a little, whoops, you put a little circle like that, because I was putting the eye too low down. I was putting it in the actual eyelid. So we can mark on there, and then we can actually see through there to see where our eye is supposed to go, because we want it in this section here. Now, I don't mind doing this to my mold, because I'd rather know where the eye is supposed to go, like so, rather than dropping it down too low and then it's sitting in the eyelid. So that's where they're going to go. All right, let's try that again. Now I'll hold it this time. I found that was easier. Hold it like that where I want it to go, and I'm going to pop. Oops. Can someone take the lid off for me, please? I need another hand. I need another hand. Who wants to come and play? All right, so I'm going to just put 2 drops of resin in there, and just sort of swirl that around a little bit. Make sure we've covered. And then, okay, so my little dot has to be on the bottom, hey? Okay. It's not difficult to do. It's just, like I've never used this mold before, so I just have to make sure that I'm doing it properly. Making sure that it's in the right spot. I think these 14 millimeters are probably a little bit too big, actually. It's not sitting properly in that little eye socket. So I will order some, I'll order some 12s. I think 12s will be fine. Let's just cure that. I think it'll still be okay, because it'll have that coating of resin over the eye, but the eye's just not dropping into the socket as well as I'd like. So definitely a 12. So I'll order some of those. I just search like glass eyes or glass dragon eyes, glass frog eyes, something like that, and that'll come up. All right, so that should be enough to stop it from moving. And I think that's got it. Yeah, the eye's not in the eye brow at the moment. So, okay. Now I'm just going to cure this. I'm just going to do it. No, I'll do it like that. There we go. Cure it like that. It's like that. Oh my gosh. Maybe that way. There we go. That works. I'll cure it. I'm going to do the other side. I won't bother you with making you watch me do the other side. I'm going to do it the same as I've done this side. And I'm going to mix up some clear resin, because I'm going to put a little layer of clear in the bottom first, as opposed to the top. And then we're going to pop the sticker in. Hopefully it'll do like a little taco shape and sit in there. So that's what I'm going to do. So I will see you when I have mixed up my resin. All right, hopefully they are in the right spot. Ready to go. So I have mixed up some resin here. I'm using the Let's Resin Fast Cure. I did pop it into my Let's Resin bubble removing machine for about 5 minutes or so, until most of the bubbles were out. And now I've got to work out where I want to put it. I just want basically the base there to be filled, so we'll just have to pour some in and see what it does. We'll just see where it wants to level itself. Like I said, haven't used this before, so not exactly sure. Oh, didn't need very much, did I? So I don't want it to come up the legs. So it's sort of, I'll show you. Whoops, if I can focus, it's probably halfway up the eyes. and not into the legs yet. That's what it's looking like. All right, I'll talk to you about those other things in a minute. Make sure my little flower is clean. So actually what I think I'll do, I'm just going to spray it with some isopropyl alcohol, and hopefully that will stop any bubbles clinging to it. So I'm just going to pop, oh, there's a bubble, get off me, fly. All right, let's do this quickly. Oh, there's another bubble. You don't want to be torching in there, you will melt your mold. No ifs, buts or maybes, you will melt your mold. So pop it in like a little taco. Just gonna push it in, hopefully squeeze out any resin that's sort of trapped. I'm hoping this will work. I might have to bring it back a little bit. I'll just work it out. Hopefully there's no, look, I don't know if there's any bubbles underneath or not. When I push it like that, I can see the resin popping up through the side. So hopefully it's okay. Get my other finger in there. I didn't want to put, you know, too much resin in, but just not sure if that resin's gone up the side. Up there it has. I needed to push with my other finger. Be careful not to dislodge the eyes. See, it's coming up here a little bit onto that leg, so I'll just wipe that away. Actually, I shouldn't be doing that. I should be using a baby wipe. I did actually contemplate using a smaller sticker, but the next ones down were like this big, and I thought, oh, it's just too small for the big mold. So we'll just try this one, and hopefully it will work. I'll put a tiny bit more in because I can put a little bit more in without it running up the leg. My only concern is that there might be a space on the side where the resin's not getting in. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll leave it for now where it is, and then just every 10 minutes I'm going to come along and I'm going to push the sides, because see how there's no resin on the sides. So that might be an issue. I didn't really think about that, did I? Didn't think about that. So anyway, I'm going to yeah, I didn't think about that. I might actually need to put more resin, because yeah, I don't want to risk a big bubble under the sticker, so I need to make sure that that resin is up the sides, if you know what I mean, like so. Yep, I think that's got it now. Let's just hope there's no bubbles underneath. Trial and error, isn't it, when you're doing something new, got a new mold? Trial and error. So we'll just see how that goes. Still haven't got resin right up to the side. I mean, the only way I can do that is by putting more in that covers the sticker, but then it's going to be like up here, and I don't have enough resin, and I don't really want to put it up that high. So I will go back to my first idea in about 5 minutes or so. Every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes, I'm just going to come back and I am going to push the sides and get the resin to go up the sides. That's all I can do. Otherwise, yeah, I probably should have chosen a smaller sticker. But anyway, it's done now, and we'll just hope for the best. Hope for the best. I've still actually got the resin hasn't really gone up into those legs yet. All right, I will see you for the next step, and then I'll tell you about what's going on over here. All right, I think that has cured enough for the next stage. This area up here is thinner, so it took a little bit longer to cure than that, because the deeper areas cure faster. That's ready. What I ended up doing is, because I kept getting like the sticker didn't want to stick to the side properly, so what I did was I just actually snipped it in a couple of places so it kind of overlapped a little bit. I thought I'd clean that off, but I've got resin on my scissors. Okay, I'm going to have to deal with that. So what I want to do now, similar to the axolotl that I did the other day or the other week, I want to dust it with holographic glitter. So I'm going to use this. And because I've done the sort of pinky purple flower, I want to use pink. There is that pink? Oops, my lid's not on properly. There we go. That's pink. And then there is a purple in there. There's the purple as well, but look, I might even use both, but I think I just want to use the pink. So I will link, as usual, Let's Resin's website, the UK Amazon store, the US Amazon store down in the description. There's links there. And if you use any of those links, you can buy anything from those stores, and the coupon code, then you'll get a discount. Now, the other thing, a lot of people still ask me, if you're in Australia, where can you buy the Let's Resin products? You can just, when you go to Amazon Australia, just change it, go to the little person and change it from Australia to US or UK or whichever Amazon you want, and then you can buy that way, and then they'll send it to you. Okay, it's not a problem, works for me. Okay, so what I want to do, again, similar to the little axolotl that I did, I want to put these little pearl balls in the toes. So I've got two different sizes. Oh my gosh, there's resin everywhere. Clean that off. Resin everywhere. So I've got two different sizes. What does that say? That says 8mm, which fit. I mean, they fit, but they're a bit small. And then the bigger ones says 12mm. So I think I prefer these ones. They just fit better. I can feel that they're sort of maybe poking out the top just a teensy weensy little bit, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather have the bigger toes. Okay? I'd rather have bigger toes. So what I thought I would do, and I'm going to do this first, I'm going to see if I can UV resin them in. I'm not sure if I can, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try it, okay? Has anybody done that with these pearls, like UV resin them in? So that's what I'm going to try to do. Get my little lamp out from under the bench. And we'll just see if it'll work. Make sure that everything is clean. I can see there's a bit of dust in there, because you want your little toes to be nice and clean, so make sure that they are nice and clean. All right, let's just try this. Last time I put them in, and then I just kind of filled up the whole thing with resin, so yeah. We just had resin over them, but I don't mind if these are sort of popping like the beads on the outside. Look, I don't know, I think from what that looks like, I think it's going to have resin underneath it. I'm going to put a drop, but not do too many at once. There's a bubble in that one. Did it pop? I think it popped. Okay. So then I'm just going to push a little bead in. doesn't look like a big enough drop. Make sure that I get a decent amount in there. Whoa, come back. Plop. When I designed this mold, I made sure that it was having big toes. Now I can see I've dripped a bit of resin. Obviously I put a little bit much in there and it's kind of dripped. Yep. Alright, so I think what I'll do is, rather than do all of the fingers and toes, I'm just going to do 1 foot at a time. How's that sound? Better put the lid on that. Alright, let's cure this. I'll put it on the top. I'll put on the top and then I'm going to do like the sides as well, because I can't really get underneath there at the moment, but I do need to do the sides, so we'll do that. It's going to take me a little while, so yeah, anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Actually, while that's doing its thing, I might start dusting. What do you think? Now, because my resin has cured, the powder's not going to adhere to it. So what I need to do, just finding something that's got a, oh, that's got glue on it. Okay, we need to clean that. So I need to put something in there that is going to stick, so that the powder's going to stick. And a few people actually commented down below when I did my previous little toes and the holographic powder. They said if you coat your resin with isopropyl alcohol, wipe it off, then the powder should stick. So I'm going to try that. And I can do this. I've got resin on my dot. Gosh. Here we go. So I'm going to start this just while this is curing. So let's have a little look. Tuck that wire in there so it's not in the way. I'm just trying to get the sides of these little balls. Yeah, we'll try. We'll see if it works. All right, so I wonder what's going to be best. If I just spray it in there, would that be best? Or maybe I'll just spray a little bit there, and not with that brush, but with this brush. Let's just spread that. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but let's just try it. I'm going to spread this isopropyl. I really hope I haven't got bubbles underneath this. Oh, that would be so upsetting if I had bubbles underneath it. I can feel it's kind of gone a bit tacky, which is good. I just need to get in there as well, into that head. So yeah, the resin does feel different now that I've put isopropyl on it. Excellent. All right, so let's jump straight into it and see if that will now stick. Looks like it is. Looks like it is. Yay! Oh gosh. All right, well, thank you for those people that commented on how to make it stick to cured resin. It's not going to be a problem for the powders to stick to the actual silicone mold. It's just, it doesn't like sticking to cured resin. I guess it's too shiny, too slippery. Get in there. Oops, I can see a little bit of resin that I've missed. I can just pick that off now. Oh look, it's the same color as my nail polish. Oh gosh. Rose gold today, rose gold and Peru, if anyone's interested. Now I can see there's a little bit there, see, that hasn't stuck properly. Hasn't stuck properly, so I'm going to just go in and spray another little bit. Hope it's not going to come off. Let's just spray that little bit, rub that in, and then actually feel as if I'm doing my nails because you dab it on and then you brush it on. Oh, okay. Yep, that's working. Yay, that is working. All right. Let's move on to do another little toe while I get in, and because I can dust this now. It should be set. I can dust this now. Okay, that's in. Oh, it's gonna look so cute. I just hope that I haven't ruined it by getting a bubble underneath. I'm really worried about it. My luck, knowing my luck, you know, with me it's Murphy's Law. If anything's going to go wrong, it will. It's always the case with me. But I learn from it and I move on. I'm sure it'll still be pretty, but I just hope there's no bubble. I mean, if worst comes to worst, I could always top coat it. You know, once it's unmolded, just pour resin over the top. You could. Not that I'd want to, but you could. All right, so that's that one done. And let's cure these toes. Now, I don't need this one again because all the resin now is coated, so I can pop that away. And we'll just get on to dusting the mold. And hopefully everywhere. Now I can see that there's another couple of little drops of resin there that got sort of caught on the side. I can see them, so you can just pick them off and then keep going with your dusting. I'm gonna once I've done the toes, I'll get in there. It's going to be a little bit tricky getting in there. Probably should have done that first. I don't want to pop any little... See, I don't want to pop any toes out, but I didn't want to do the pink first in case I got the pink under the toes. I want the toes to be white. That's why I didn't do them first. So I'll just have to be really careful when I'm doing this that I don't pop those toes out. And I can see another little bit of resin there. I'll just peel that off. Actually, I better leave that. It goes in too far. I'll just leave it there. Okay, so there's that foot done. Make sure you go up the sides as well. Up the sides. Up the sides. And up here as well. Ideally I should just turn it around so that I can do the other side without having to bend it like that. I'm not going to do these toes because I don't want to get powder into those little toes. Look how shiny it is. It's so pretty. All right, now let's make sure. Oh gosh, how do I do this side bits? I'm gonna make sure I get to this one here, so I'm just gonna do that, and hopefully this, I don't know, hopefully the lights will get to it from there. Such a pretty color. Okay, so I'm going to put you on a fast forward in a minute because it's going to take me a little while to get all of this done. So basically just going to be brushing it on. You're not going to miss anything, not any talking anyway. I'm just going to brush it on. Just support that while I brush in there. Make sure that I'm not loosening it. And I'll pick up some of this powder that I've dropped. I can't believe how well that alcohol worked in making my holographic powder stick to the mold. That worked really well. Now I can see, look at this, look at that, that's loose. Although, look, even though it is loose, when I fill that up with, because I'm going to fill this up with clear resin shortly, I'll just make sure that it goes down in there. Yep, I'll make sure that it does. Alright, I think this one's finished now, as best as I can. I think that one is done. They feel quite stuck in. The only issue is I can see where I've put, like where I put the bead in on top, it's made like a little, the little puddle of UV resin sort of run out. So, and if I try to pull it out, the whole bead's going to come out. But hopefully, because of the dusting, it might just, maybe you won't even notice it. The dusting will just go over the top. But it's a trial. It's a first test. If it doesn't work the first time, I'll just try again, hey? It's only resin. It's only resin. No big deal. Let me just try and get into this little head here. Oop, there goes a ball. I'm going to just try and get into that head there. Now the eyes are already half covered with resin, so I shouldn't have to worry about knocking those out. I don't think they'll come out. I just need to get in there. So now it's this, like the chin, that I need to get into. That's easy enough to do. Just get in there, like so. I mean, you can do that too if you want to. You can just sort of poke it a bit. I wouldn't do that if your eyes aren't set in resin, because they might pop out. There we go. All right. Now, I'm not going to knock it and bump it and things. After I'm totally finished with the dusting, I'll take it outside and I'll use my little blower and I'll blow it, all the excess holographic powder out. But I'll do that outside. We won't do it inside. What if I should? Yeah, it's probably easier if I do that, actually. Then I can get in over there. All right. Let's keep going. Oh, look, I've got powder in there. Got some powder in there. I didn't mean to. It's just a tiny bit, but I just want to make sure that I get it out of those toes, because I definitely want white toes, not pink toes. Okay. Okay, let's go again. And I'll try not to put too much in this time. I mean, if you wanted to, you could peel the ones out that had a little bit too much in them. It's see, it's that one, that one, that one. There's a few. You could, if you wanted to, peel them out, clean it up, do them again. But I'm just going to try and see what they like. So that's only got one little drip in. See, even that, because I pushed it down, it's displaced that UV resin, and it did move forward. So I don't know that you can do much about that. It's looking so pretty already. Can't believe it matches my nose. I must do these things subconsciously. I must. All right. This wire is going to have to go over here now. I'll turn that on while I keep dusting, because I can do the back now. It's back up here, and there's another little blob of resin. I need to get that. It's still a bit wet because it's only a very small little drip. I obviously dripped it. And then make sure that you get it off your fingers. Because I've just wiped that now, I'm not going to dust it. I'm going to wait till it's dry. So I'll go over here. So much for putting you on a time lapse, hey? Never mind. We'll just chat. Go grab yourself a cup of coffee, a tea, glass of wine. depending on what time of the day it is, and come back. I'll probably still be going. Okay, so that's probably about all I can do for now until I get the rest of those little beads in. And I actually don't even know where I got them from. I've got so many things that I bought like, you know, a year or so ago. I don't really know where I got them. I don't know what that black dot is. All right. I'll move that around. I wish I could get like in here, just in there, but oh yeah, okay. That works. I'm just trying to get the side over there. Okay, that one has finished. Let's do the next one. You don't think that you're spraying that, but obviously I did. Already cleaned these out once, but just dusting the foot. See, I'm being impatient. I should just wait until all the beads are in and then dust. Dry. Come on, dry. I don't want to put UV resin in on a wet silicone. I don't know what it'll do, but it might not cure, hey. All right, let's do this. One. In you go. And look, you probably could do both back feet and put the UV lamp on and do both of them together. I'm sure you could. This is my first time, so I'm just, I guess, being a little bit careful. Be careful. This toe's a little bit smaller, or is that bead a little bit bigger? No, these end toes are a little bit smaller, but still fit. They still fit. Okay, that's it. Let's move these out of the way. Let's cure these toes. Oops, get that wire out of the way. Stay. All right, I think I'm done with this now. Love the Let's Resin UV resin. It's a good thing to have. I use it quite a lot actually. All right, and I think I'm done with my little pearls. It says beige. Yeah, it doesn't say white, it just says beige. All right, now I can continue with this little foot. And then I think I'm pretty much done. Just going to do that foot and then we're done. And of course you could have maybe pink feet at the front, purple feet at the back. Yeah, whatever you wanted to do really. Just be careful I don't move these. Pop them out. Hang on to them while I'm dusting so they're not going to pop out while I do the sides. And oh, I don't even know how much resin this mold takes. I don't know. Once it's out, like once I've done it and demolded it, I can pop it on the scales and then we know exactly how much I used, because I don't really know how much I used to begin with, because I made up more than what I used, so I don't know how much I actually used. Make sure that I've done up the sides of all of the pieces. I love how shiny that is. So pretty. All right, I'm gonna dust this little last foot while the lamp's on. And then I'm gonna go and mix up some resin. And I will use the deep pour resin because it's deeper now than, I mean, it's not really deep, but it's, you know, deeper than I can use for regular casting resin. And I'll show you the bottle once I've got it out, but I am going to use the Let's Resin deep pour resin. We're using all Let's Resin today. hold that one. Hold that one. I think they're cured really well. If they're not, like if they're a little bit loose or whatever, once I pour in clear resin and it touches them, they're going to be in there for good. They're not going to come out. So even if I haven't done an awfully good job of the UV resin, I don't think they'll come out. Okay, that's me done, you guys. That is me done. Let's pop this away. And then I'm going to take it outside, and I'm going to have to be really careful that I don't like squash that, because if I squash it, you know, it might pop out. It is only resin in a mold, and resin in a mold just pops out. So yeah, just got to be careful. That looks really pretty. All right, I'm going to go and take it outside. I think I'm done with this now. Take it outside, blow it. Mix up some more resin, some deep pour. I don't know how much to mix up. Oh gosh, what, about 2 cups maybe? Might just do a little bit of extra, and then I can use it for something else as well. I'm just going to clean off my brush while I've got this baby wipe here. I can use it to clean my brush, so that next time I want to use it and use a different color, it will be clean. All right, see you soon. Okay, it is ready. I've got my resin, and it's this one that I was telling you about, the Let's Resin Deep Pour, and you can pour that up to 4 inches, which is 10 centimeters, so plenty of room here. Okay, so to prevent bubbles, I'm going to pour onto my stick and then let the resin just run down gently, so that we're not like splash, splash, splashing. I did mix up 300 grams of part A and 275 grams of part B. Oops, I better slow down a little bit. So that's 575. I was watching the back bit and I didn't realize that it was already full. Let me just straighten these up a little bit. It's got these little legs like that underneath, so you just need to make sure that those are standing up nice and straight. And I think that's it. Oh gosh, just while I stopped then, didn't I? Just as well, otherwise it would have overflowed. All right, let's give it a very light little spray just to get pop any bubbles, but I can't see any. This resin is amazing for, you know, not having any bubbles in it, because it's so thin, very thin water-like resin. And I've got some left, not much, a little bit. I'll find something to do with it. I haven't got a lot there. All right, I'm going to cover that, and that will take 2 days to cure. Where's my net? Under here. It'll take 2 days to cure. So yeah, wish me luck. It's going to be a long 2 days. Wait to see if I've got any bubbles stuck underneath that sticker, hey? Yeah, never mind. All right, wish me luck. Okay, I think it's ready. I've left it a couple of days, so hopefully it is cured. So yeah, I'm really excited. Now, where will I start? I usually start at the back, don't I? And then make my way through over the head. So let's do that. Here we go. First time unmolding my new frog mold. Hope it's going to be pretty. So you have got these little bits here to help pull if you need to, but I don't think you need to. I probably got my nails a little bit too long to be unmolding. Oh, I've been trying to grow them, and now that they're getting longer, they're getting in my way. Oh, you can't win, can you? Okay, let's have a go at this. So that's off now. I should be able to just pull that out. Again, having long nails does not help. There we go, pulls that out. Oh, halfway. All right, now let's do this little foot here. actually got a sore thumb. I'm going to do it this way. There we go. That's out off over his little bottom there. All right, now hold on to it here. And then we'll just ease these. Regardless of which mold you're unmolding, you have to be careful around little toes because you don't want to snap a toe off. These are quite sturdy though, so I don't think we need to worry. All right, here we go. Let's just, no, I better not pull. Be gentle with my mold, hey, be gentle with our molds. Now I'm really worried about the eyes. The eyes have it. Let me just pop that down for a minute while I put my mold back together. There we go, pop, pop, pop. It seems fine. It needs a little bit of a clean out, but just with a baby wipe. Oh my gosh! I'm just going to get a piece of black card to put under it, okay, for the reveal. I keep meaning to get myself a bigger piece of black because I don't have, and it just fits, I don't have anything bigger. Oh my gosh. All right, let's just, I've got a bigger one in white, but I don't have a bigger one in black, so. Okay, are we ready? Oh gosh, cross your fingers for me, cross your toes for me, cross everything for me. All right, here we go, here we go. Oh, wow. Look at it, you guys. Oh, she's beautiful. Wow, look at her. The toes have worked. I don't see any bubbles. Looking really quickly though. Look at the eye. Let's look at the eyes. Let's look at the eyes. Wow. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that eye. It is gorgeous. Oh, look, I did get a little bit of a bubble under there. You know, the side where I was worried about the bubble going under the little flap. I did get a bit under there. A little bit under there as well. I need to just fix that up. Oops, there we go, there's the other eye. Oh, look, there's a nose I've got, because that's where I poured the clear. And then that's where, that was where I dusted the mold, and then that was where I poured the clear. So I could have probably, when I do it next time, I'll make sure I get a bit close now, aren't I? Next time I'll just make sure that I sort of pour to just below the eye, like that. I think that will look really nice. Oh yeah, guys, I'm so happy with it. Like, yes, there's a couple of little issues, but nothing too major. With the side, I think, like, I could just fill those little bubbles in with some UV resin, but look, it's on the side and no one's really going to see it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So what you can do as well is, because you know, got a little bit of overflow, you can just grab your nail file and very gently just go around all the way. So happy with the way those little beads have worked. Oh, there's actually quite a bit of overflow just on that toe. Just trim that off with my little snippers. It's a bit much to file, but if you get something that's a little bit bigger like that, you can just easily trim it off and then file it back. So go around all the way and just tidy up those little edges. Won't take long at all. I won't do the whole thing now, but I will do it. Just to smooth those little edges off, like so. Just so that when you're looking at it from the top, you're not seeing any little rough bits. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so happy with it. It's probably not available in my Amazon store just yet. I can't do a pre-order from Amazon. As soon as it's available, I will let you know. It's just a matter of checking the store every day to see if they've arrived. So, oh my gosh, what do you think? Do you like her? She's pretty special, isn't she? I've still got this lily pad that I've had for a while. Let's pop her on the lily pad. There we go. Oh, I'm so happy with her. Let me know what you think, you guys. Let me know if you love her as much as I do. And yeah, like I said, keep an eye out for her in the Amazon store. And of course, I'll add the link as soon as she arrives. At this stage, I haven't checked the store today, so who knows? Maybe it's there. I'll just need to go and have a little look. See if she's there. I can see this one being very popular. Everyone likes to do... They like to do things that you can put things in, you know, like the little beads. You could turn it into an aquarium with little fishies and stones and rocks. You could just put a dried flower in there. You turn it into a nightlight, all that sort of thing. So that sort of mold's been really popular. Look at that. Can you see the color change of the holographics there? It's really pretty, isn't it? Super shiny. There's an eye. The eyes have it. Oh, I can't stop looking at her. I'm going to have to take her out and sit with her so that I can look at her more closely. I will take her outside so that you can see her in the sunshine. So I will do that